Hi everyone and welcome to the WarYes 2v2 tournament for the summer. Today we are with Tiberius and Edwin, and the other team I believe is supposed to be Hippie and Integ3r. Unfortunately they've both changed their names, so I have no idea which is which, so they will now be known as the Potato Team for their audacity of changing their names constantly. But Edwin and Tiberius are over on the right in red, playing as the Bandanner group hero and the 7th Panzer Division. And the Potato Team are on the other side, playing as the 82nd Airborne and the 8th Infantry Division. Let's have a quick look at what's down here. We can see lots of markers going down there, enemy spotters markers. It looks more like random spam than anything else, to be honest. Let's have a look, unless he's going to bomb the road. So, over here, we have Edwin pushing up some Strellas there. Special Alpha Clara getting into sort of defensive recon positions in the centre. Got some Matsuchin going up here as well. Very defensive at this side from Edwin. Down here at the bottom we can see a load of Strellas. We can see Pioneers. Matsuchin. No tanks down there. We do have a command vehicle. Let's see where everything's going. Everything to the centre. Yeah, I was going to say going very hard to the centre here for Tiberius. Edwin's, this is actually quite interesting. That's an Edwin unit, I think, because he has a forward deployment. But Tiberius is actually at this side, I apologise. Over here, we do then have Edwin, I assume. Yes, we do, with his forward deployment troops. Getting stuff straight into those buildings. We've got some Strellas, we've got some Metis, SPG-9. We've got a tank, command tank at the back here, and a couple of T-55As. Some Black Suchin, Grenzers, sharpshooters, or a sniper team as the case may be, Metis and more stars. So we've got basically a heavy push into Echo and a heavy push into the centre for these two. Over on the other side, with the Potato Team, we have Humvee heading straight in there very fast, along with some Avengers, obviously expecting choppers. And then Scouts and an Airborne Leader. And here we go. Lots of choppers coming in here. 2 AH-1Fs and an Apache. I guess, again, expecting choppers, because that's a lot of anti-air with those choppers. Field Supply Depot is down at the back here. Over at this side, we've got Scouts. Oh, interesting. This player hasn't actually pushed into Foxtrot, which is surprising. And that command is just coming over this way. And fighting. Basic. That's really weird. Where are all the units? Everything's basically over at this side. Lots of engineers and stuff. So basically it's a really hard push into here from the potatoes. I mean, this is all in, literally all in to 1 point from both players. I mean, they stand a good chance of getting in because these choppers are doing a good job at mincing the infantry. MiG-21 in there, gets taken out, does do a lot of damage to one of those choppers. The chopper does eventually go down. Another chopper's gone down. That's all the choppers out of play. A rocket attack jet here could come in and help clear some of these engineers. Engineers being hit by the tanks back here. Now, if Edwin and Tiberius are paying attention there, they will now know that both players had loads of forces coming in here. Therefore, they technically have the upper hand. Ground attack coming in for that command there. Doesn't do much damage to it, unfortunately. But a good attempt for the rocket jet. The engineer is still pushing through there, doing a lot of damage, managing to clear up all of these Strellas. The Flams will be useful as long as they stay at range. But in fairness, they're actually right in there, doing quite a lot of damage. There's Rangers in there as well. Tiberius is slowly pushing across the middle there. If he was going a wee bit faster, he could probably easily take that point without much resistance. Command has arrived back here for Edwin. Mi-8T Gov coming in at the back here. SPG-9 as well. I was wondering what killed that there, but it must have been the Rangers. Yeah, it would have been just in range of the Rangers, that T-55. Edwin hanging on here, but there's a lot of infantry in. Attack jet coming in, the A-10 at the centre there, going for that BMP. There's not a lot in this corner still, and very little in here. Tiberius will get his command in there. I mean, this has been a costly exercise for the potatoes. One Ranger squad and one Engineer squad there. The Gov should easily deal with that, to be fair. And there's an... Here we go. Loads more choppers coming in. Mi-24D and another Mi-8T Gov coming in. I mean, easily should deal with the infantry that's left in this point. A couple more tanks being called in. There's a tow Cobra there and an Abrams, but... I mean, this has been a big expense. Nearly everything's dead. Edwin has pretty much held it. Tiberius bringing in that Mi-24D to help there. As long as these guys push the center, they should win this game. The command never made it in the back at this point. What on earth killed that command at the top there? I'm not even sure. Jenny is surprised it didn't make it in. There's another one coming in for it though, by the looks of it. Eagle is in at the back here. Not a lot of air defense at the moment to deal with that Eagle. Strellas in the middle should get shots off. Don't get a hit though. Biggest threat right now is the Abrams. The other chopper was again killed. And sort of getting into a defensive position here. That Mi-24D should be able to kill that Abrams. Just can't see it, I don't think. Need some recon up there again. Well held by Edwin. With a little bit of help from Tiberius. And the center, Tiberius making slow progress across it here. Obviously my concern is that these guys will eventually push back in here with a serious force and be able to contest it more efficiently. As it's only +1 currently. That tank needs to die. Then kill that Abrams. Kind of opens the way to this back point as well. And potentially capturing the field supply point. That would be a nice capture. If you can capture that in the field supply point. And then hold it. That wouldn't be bad at all. Command coming in behind that Abrams. That Abrams needs to die. What's the damage on these things? See, they don't have any penetration on these guns. You need the Mi-24D to come across and kill it, because that does have penetration, at least on its main missile, and it gets a good side shot there. There we go, Tiberius is moving it up now. So T-55s are going to get minced by it. Mi-24D sadly does not have any penetration on its cannon. Currently that is smoked as well. The Gov is routed. One single tank causing so many issues. This is where you need a cluster bomber. This is where you need a cluster bomber. A little bit of pushing around the back there by Tiberius. Currently +2. Really needs to get more units in the middle, because the build-up is coming from the other team. And they need to push this middle point and take it. Otherwise, there's going to be enough forces from these guys to push back in. Finally, tank is dead. Conker's coming in here now. I'm increasingly concerned about the middle. Because it's just that slow build-up of forces. And this is kind of susceptible as well. There's not a lot in there. Got attack jet going for the tank. Probably get the kill. Oh, surprised it didn't, to be honest. I mean, there's still potential for this to be turned around, because the potato team could very easily build up enough forces to push the middle. And that could be make or break for Tiberius and Edwin. The fact that they did so well here and destroyed so much of the combined forces from the other team really put Edwin and Tiberius on top. Edwin lost a lot in there, but Tiberius still had a lot in the center. The problem is Tiberius didn't take advantage of that, or didn't realize, I should say, that he could take advantage of that, because there was absolutely nothing in the middle except a couple of units in this top corner. Now, obviously, that has changed. There's now more forces in the middle, and there's an increasing amount of forces at the top as well. Not a huge amount, but there's not a huge amount contesting this point at the moment either. And this Apache is going to cause lots of issues. Strella's coming in should deal with it, you would hope. Of course, it could just dodge all of the missiles. No attempts to get round the back in this game as yet by either side. I think Tiberius and Edwin here are going for a very stalwart frontline defense. Slowly bringing more into the center here. A couple of defense units around the back. That's not a bad idea from Edwin. Just in case these guys do decide to try and push them around the back, there's something to cover it. That's not a bad idea at all. Attack marker going down. Potentially smoke. I could see some smoke going down here. You can definitely see smoke going down and a command just being driven in. MiG-21 coming in to take out the scout there. The Apache looks like it was killed as well at the top. Oh no, it's around the back there. Or is that a new one that's come in? Difficult to say. iHawk gets a good hit on the MiG-21. MiG-21 will probably go down here. Yep, there it goes. Sometimes you just get very unlucky dice rolls. Edwin putting a marker up there. Enemy spotted. Perhaps signaling to put something defensive there again. A little bit of movement here from Tiberius. I mean, there's every chance he can push this side in particular, because there's not a lot there. Engineers being the biggest threat. The mortar's being moved up. I suspect the mortar would like to smoke that corner. Because there is a command waiting to go in. There's a couple of M60s there as well. And smoke there will cause issues. Engineers here getting ripped apart by these vehicles, but the Apache's coming in to try and help. Fireteam 84 being called in at the back there. Conkers going against those M60s. And these infantry pushing in. That mortar never got close enough to drop any smoke. Conkers need to get some hits here. Front hit on the M60 wasn't quite enough. 10 front armor. T80B coming in though to assist. Very, very unlucky here with the missiles from the Conkers. And equally from the missiles of that T80B. Uragan is in, firing at the back here. Trying to get that command to leave. Could get a lucky kill here actually. Oh yes, what a shot. Well done to the Uragan. Very lucky kill there. It's one of the last missiles going in. Currently +4 to Tiberius and Edwin. That all-in approach at the start seems to have cost the other team quite a lot. I mean, certainly there's going to be another command going in here any second. There it is, in fact. And here's that other build-up of forces at the top that I was talking about. You can see there's an Abrams up here now. There's Humvee tows. You know, there's enough there to push this point. And there's not a lot of anti-tank here to deal with that Abrams, is my current concern. There's a T-80 on the way in. It'll be handy once it gets there, but it needs to get there first. A-10 is coming in at the back. And there's a lot of units coming in here as well. Uragan is currently reloading. Planning to fire here next. Good choice. Might get another kill on the command there. I feel like there isn't an intent to push hard here. Looks more like harassment and maybe getting a command in. I think the big push is going to be at the top here right now, and this is more defensive. You know, intention to get a command back in that corner. Now, there's not really much defending that corner. Maybe you could bring the command in here, I guess, but of course that's going to be a good target for the Uragan again. Up at the top here, we do see that skirmishing really taking off now. Yeah, the Abrams is going to do some serious damage to these tanks. T80 is pulling back. Not as much in the way of anti-tank jets from Edwin and Tiberius, to be fair. T72 coming in there. A Cub coming in at the back. And this is a good push here. There's an airborne leader waiting to go in. And there's enough here for this push to work. I think they have just about overwhelming force. And there's not really enough infantry to stop these engineers. T80 can't see them. T72 can't see them either. Engineers will be susceptible to the BMP. And the T55, as long as they don't get hit by anything else. Lots of missiles coming in them from those dragons. Small amount of damage being done to the front of that Abrams, but not a lot. T80 can't quite see that Abrams. Engineers are getting cleared up, actually, by these vehicles. Loads of cannon Jagdpanzers being spammed in there. Currently still +2 to Edwin and Tiberius. There's the smoke. That's what I was expecting. Smoke with a command in the corner. Exactly what I thought would happen. Uragan is surely being directed here instead. Chance it might get a hit on there, but depends what the spread's going to be like. Good hit on the infantry, if nothing else. But it's mainly focused in this area. It'll be lucky if it gets a hit on that CV. Oh! Talk about lucky. That was epic. That Uragan is getting MVP for the look of its shots right now. I mean, that was almost like it was magnetically targeting it. That's brutal. Absolutely brutal. In the middle, very little movement here. I think, unfortunately, Tiberius missed the chance at the very start there to be super aggressive, while there wasn't much in that point. And now there is sort of that big cluster of infantry, but you know, I think an Uragan launch there wouldn't go amiss. I think that would be pretty effective, actually. Up at the top here, Tiberius is managing to hold. Just trying to see, I think... Yeah, the Abrams is still alive. It didn't die. Another 2 Abrams have arrived. We're seeing some tank meta push at the top here. Just looking for what anti-tank stuff there is. There's a couple of T-70, 3 T-72s now, T-80. Lots of smoke going down here. There's going to be a push at the bottom. Obviously, he wants to get that command infantry in. He brings down all the tanks to the bottom and is very aggressive there. Could be quite effective. Smoke going down there to stop anything firing across. Very sensible. Mortar still firing smoke in this corner. That might just be because it's... I was going to say maybe it's on a continuous thing that from earlier. Because there's certainly no more commands to go in. Could also just be a distraction. Eagle takes some serious damage there. But here's this push into this corner. I mean, I would imagine perhaps that Uragan is next targeted there. Oh no, it's targeting here again. I'm going to struggle to get a lucky hit on that far away. I wonder if it'll be redirected to here. I mean, this would be... If they keep pinned in that corner, an Uragan strike there would be devastating. Currently just +1 again to Edwin and Tiberius, but they're way out in the lead. 21 minutes left of the game. Doing a little bit of a push here into that smoke. Lots of smoke's gone down here. Munitions trying to come across this bridge. Not the best idea. Some artillery shells going in on that area now. Uragan has been redirected. I think that's a really good choice. This stuff is pushing forward quite hard. All of these tanks are moving up to assist. I'm concerned about the cannon Jagdpanzers though. There are a lot of Abrams up here as well. A nice HE bomber strike does a lot of damage to one of those Abrams. Here comes the Uragan again. Oh, the commander's moved forward. It is currently stunned. I think it's going to get out of dodge, though. Been quite a bit of clearing up here by these tanks, but not enough. Infantry surviving. And the Abrams are surviving at the top there. T-55 is pushing across. And they're pushing here as well. Keeping up that aggression. Edwin's managed to push out a bit at the bottom. Now if they spot that command there, I mean, this tank is surely dead. As it's right in the face of all these airborne, yeah. Loads of Motsuchin being called in there. Rocket attack chopper coming in. Should be able to clear up a lot of this infantry. There's a lot more stuff in here now. I mean, they've had the time to build up. They've had the time to build up now. And the time to build up with those big tanks at the top as well makes such a difference. And the push worked. They took the point. Well, they neutralized the point. But they've lost a lot in the process. The only thing they've really kept alive are the Abrams. And they're damaged and kind of being sent back in now, which surprises me. Artillery coming in on top of them. Lucky positioning there. Tanks are being retreated. Lots more spammy Humvees coming in there. And Mi-24 coming in at the top here. Plenty of fire being put down there. Rocket attack is here, but is taking fire from across the way from the Stinger. Airborne still alive. It's all about that leader. If you can kill that, it makes such a difference. Puts him back to +2. Nice. Chopper's clearing up really well at the back here. More M150s being called in here. I mean, right now it is just a call-in of a lot of units. Toes at the back. Grenade launcher, toes. I mean, again, I think we're going to see, once other stuff arrives, just a push again here. "17 minutes left. And Edwin and Tiberius just have to defend. They are way out in the front. They just have to hold. Nice hit on the Abrams again. Not much damage, but a nice hit. That's the pack getting a couple of shots off there. One misses. Kiowa Warrior coming in. Oh, that is a lot of toes going at that T80. Those Motsuchin finally arriving to reinforce the town. Metas pushing up. Need to be careful because they're going to take a lot of fire from those tanks and the chopper. Yeah, not ideal. Do manage to make it round. The airborne leader is running. More Motsuchin being called in. Command tank coming in. Uragan is off again. Trying to cut off the escape of that airborne leader. Might get a lucky hit. Not looking as lucky this time. We'll see though. Oh, that was a nice one. Can you get another one like that? Ooh, close but no cigar. And that was the last shot. Might be enough though for the SPG-9 to finish the job. And the Metis has left. Two hit points left. Metis are almost dead. M60 is getting torn apart. The airborne leader may get out here. Can that see it? Oh, the T-55 might... Oh! HE Bomber finishes the job. Back to +2 for Tiberius and Edwin. More Abrams coming in and some more Humvee tows. Fantastically defended by Edwin and Tiberius though. It's a shame they never managed to quite take the center point. But really well done at the start. I think that was, you know, that was an all-in push on this point. Did it cost them the game at the other side? Maybe, yeah. They certainly expended a lot of resources on it, but as the game's gone on, kills to losses, it'll be interesting to see where it stands. I would imagine that Edwin and Tiberius have higher kills, but I don't think the attackers have done too badly in terms of getting some kills. And there's the surrender from the potatoes. Well played, guys, on both sides. A good attempt at the comeback. Yeah, kills to losses certainly in favour of Edwin and Tiberius. Edwin doing a really good job there. Minimal losses. Kills and losses. Is there anything really stand out there? Not really. And I'm going to give MVP to that absolutely ridiculous. Oh, you know that there's an issue here because we don't see both players' units. That is annoying. So you only see one player's units on this side. That is a shame. So we don't see Edwin's. But for me, MVP is going to that Uragan because of its very lucky command kills twice. But let's head straight into game number 2, which I'm told is the memeiest of meme games. Welcome back, guys, to game number 2 with Edwin and Tiberius and Hippie and Integ3r, who have changed their names, and I still don't know which is which. But back on the same map, opposite sides this time. Edwin playing as the Territorial Commando Surd, Tiberius as the 8th Infantry, Sodium Chloride as the Bandanner Gruppierung, and meme units as the 79th Tank Division. And, you know, we're just gonna... We'll have a look at this side first quickly. So these guys have down some Spetsnaz group heading up to the front for defensive positioning. Same here, defensive, just eyes on. And the same there. An MI2, which doesn't have a positioning yet. Sapri Commander, going to deploy here temporarily. Couple of choppers getting right up to the front there. Anti-air choppers specifically. A BMP2 going down as well, though moving up to this side, interestingly. With the Mortstralky. Field Depot is down there as well. Over at this side, we have a Jaeger Metis heading in here, as we would expect. A variable amount of infantry, all sort of heading to the front there. What have we got? We've got some Strellas, we've got an SPG-9, we've got another Metis, we've got a Strela and an SPG-9 heading up to this side as well. And at the back, we've also got some Pioneers and a command heading up this way. Over at the other side, and this is where the memes start early. At this side, we have an M40 defensive positioning, another M40 defensive positioning, and a command that will run around the back. Here we have some Green Berets and some Jaeger. And more Green Berets all heading into this position. And Green Berets at this side as well. And then we have this, ladies and gentlemen. We have this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 AH-1F Cobras. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Gazelle cannons. And we have, 9 Gazelle cannons, because there's one there as well. And a bunch of Fliegerforsts, an Engineer Dragon, and a Reserve Pioneer. And they are all going. Oh. So basically we've got a full assault with the choppers this way. And the choppers are a mixture. So we've got some belonging to Edwin, some belonging to Tiberius. And then the infantry mostly heading to the middle. Though it looks like one squad is heading straight into this town. I'm really curious how this pans out. I mean, this is a proper Mimi Helo rush. You know, it's pure cheese. That is pure cheese. HE Bomber coming in here. Just going to the front there. MiG-23 anti-air is in as well. I mean, realistically, the potato team will take Echo and Delta. Hippie and Integer. But they're about to be met by one of their own strategies, which would be cheesy helos. So I'm really curious if they can deal with it, to be honest. One of those is badly damaged already. The jet may stay in and come back round, but this is going to be really interesting because none of these have anti-air. So I'm really curious how effective they'll be. There's that MiG-23 coming in. I expect we'll see more anti-air or more anti-air jets called in to try and deal with these choppers. Yeah, one Gazelle cannon goes down. Spetsnaz group are going to get minced. Yeah, loads of Strelas being called in. Loads of Strelas, look at that. Loads of infantry as well. Marker's gone down on that command at the back there, so we'll see a quick rush across there. And Mirage came in for that Mi-24. There is command heading straight for this point. Cobra being pulled back as it's damaged. Mirage going for the kill. Yep, gets the kill on that. Strelky being taken out by a Cobra there in the BMP. That command's being retreated over this way. They're going to clear up the center now. Obviously, lots of units down here defending Echo, but obviously no attempt was made to push it. A little bit of scouting going on to see if the back point can be pushed, including some actual pioneers being sent back there. Strangely... Oh, it did fire eventually. I was going to say, it is only just in range there when it gets to that bush line. Or that tree line. It doesn't have long to fire. Probably not the best building. That one's not much better though, actually. You need it in that front one to get best eyes on. But you know what? The M40 is wrecking there. Wow. Hasn't missed a shot yet. Center is completely controlled by Edwin and Tiberius. The chopper's doing an incredible job right now. They're pushing... Are they going to push Echo next? Oh, they are. They're going to go for Echo. They're going to try and clear up here. What's here defending? Strela. Another Strela. MiG-23 is in again. Oh, change of plans. Gazelle cannon's heading to this back point. Cobra's heading that way as well. I think the MiG missed its target there. Yeah, that was a marker for the Sapri commander, which is going to die here. Mi-24 going to get hit by the Mirage. Oh, Mirage gets taken out. Command from Edwin. Managed to make it in this point. If they kill that command, it's currently +4 to Edwin and Tiberius anyway. Slowly losing these choppers now, though. Slowly losing them. Certainly enough choppers to overwhelm the Strelas at the moment, though. Need to be careful how far they go up here, because obviously there's all these Strelas as well, which are now being redirected towards them. Another MiG-23 in. It's a scramble to kill these choppers, to be honest. I'm going for the kill on that command. Command is dead. Point will switch hands. A bit of a push out here from sodium chloride, whoever that is. Aeromobiles coming in towards the back here. Loads of T-34s coming in towards the middle. Bit of emergency tank spam there, I think. Gazelle cannons pushing across this way. MiG-23 going for those again. Oh, change targets to the command vehicle. BRDM-2 should be dealt with by the cannons. Loads of Opos being called in there. Still every chance of taking this. Oh, well, actually. Even if it got across and capped it. Book there, engaging on those choppers. There's a lot of tanks coming in. So this will die. And it will be contested immediately by that command as well. But it seems like the helos at the start have massively paid off. Currently +8 to Edwin Tiberius with a victory in 4 minutes. Gazelle cannon here going up against various tanks. Every chance it could get a couple of kills here. Unless it's just going to rush to the back for the... Oh, it's going for the book. Gets the kill on the book, no less. I mean, this is surely going down here. Yeah, but it got the book. Command being retreated. Command has also made it into this point at the top. T80 BVK coming in to try and deal with that. Now it still feels like there's a lot of red units dotted about. Obviously the stuff that pushed out of Echo has either been killed or retreated back. A little bit of a push across here. That command getting in there. But this command will head up there to recontest that. I don't imagine that command's going to survive very long in that corner. Yeah, Cannon Jagdpanzer are moving down for it already. And there's nothing really there to stop the Cannon Jagdpanzer. This needs to get moving quickly. And those T-34s are coming in behind it. Still +8. 3 minutes to the victory. I don't think that's going to stay, though. I do believe that points are going to be recapped. Command's being run away from there, but is killed by the Cannon Jagdpanzer. Couple more Gazelle cannons coming in to the center there. Still, these T-34s coming in here. There's an arm bust moving up the road. The Cannon Jagdpanzer firing across there. I mean, this should be enough to defend against those tanks. Big pile of tanks at the back point there. MiG-23 coming in. Heading to the top of the map. Go to T-34s coming in here, but going to go past the green berets, which should deal with them no problem. One kill. Green berets are within their additional damage range as well. Now it feels like red's looking a bit thin on the ground, as Tiberius and Edwin seem to have the larger force. The helo rush, and it was a helo rush, let's be honest, there's no way around that. The helo rush at the start really paid off for them. MiG-23 coming back across. Getting those Gazelle cannons again. Oh, MiG-23 goes down to the Eyehawk though. Still +2. 9 minutes to the victory for Edwin and Tiberius. Could we see a turnaround? Most certainly, we could. Obviously, the other team have regained control of their back points. Hippie and Integ3r. Whoever is whoever. MiG-23 coming in again, going for that other Cobra. Getting risky here though. Eyehawk getting another good hit. Yeah. Eyehawk is just not missing at the moment. Really good defense of Foxtrot. Reasonable defense across the center of the map there. I'm not expecting to see a push on the bottom point here. But I do think that these guys are going to have a very hard time getting properly entrenched in the middle. There is that command waiting to go back in. And there is sort of that hold at the bottom there. The Green Berets, obviously, currently can't see that tank. But they will be in range of the rocket launcher if they stick their head out a little bit further. Poor cannon Jagdpanzer now under a lot of fire. AMX-10 is in at the back, though. You know, just killing all the Vopos. There we go. Green Berets finally in range to deal with that vehicle. And that one. Pioneers coming in here, getting hit by the cannon Jagdpanzers as they do. Aeromobiles being dropped off. Good fire support from back here from those cannon Jagdpanzers on these guys. Strella's managed to take out that chopper as it comes in. Aeromobiles do survive, but will need a repair. The command is in the back at this point here. Vopos do not have any... Oh, they do have an RPG. They do have an RPG. I keep thinking they're military police and they only have submachine guns, but the Vopos aren't the military police. They're the rear guard. They have that little rear guard trait, security trait. Some reason in my head I always think they're military police. Bombs going in on the back there. Do not get the hit. Miles off target and the jet does go down. Middle point back to Edwin and Tiberius. Currently +2, 8 minutes to the victory. Lots more reinforcements heading into the centre there. Once again, we're in a situation where Edwin and Tiberius just need to defend more than anything else. They don't necessarily have to push. But let's be realistic here. Zooming out, the map is blue. That is a lot of blue units and very little red at the other side. I mean, kills to losses are going to be substantial in favour of Edwin and Tiberius this game again. I think more substantial than last time. It just doesn't look like there's anywhere near enough from the other team to contest this middle point properly. And there's going to be no attempt at the top here. In fact, I'm surprised we haven't seen Tiberius attempt to push into Bravo again or have a little look, because there is absolutely nothing in there. Everything is being focused on trying to get back in the centre, but I think this game's already over. I just don't see that there's time in 7 minutes for Hippie and Integ3r to build up enough forces to properly push the centre. I mean, I see more T-34s being called in and stuff, called into this corner. Obviously, the desperation to get that back in this corner. AMX can not quite see the corner. There is a T80 there. There's a T80 BVK back here as well. Marker's gone down on those. Any artillery from these guys? Not as yet. Aeromobile's being pushed to this corner. They're going for the drop right on top to do some damage, but these might not make it that far. Strella's opening up on them. Though that Strella's taking a while to reload and might just make it here. I mean, even if it's taken out there and crashes on the ground, they might survive. And they got thrown really far forward. They are stunned, but not particularly low in cohesion. Cohesion is still high. They're right on top of that T80. T80 is very lucky right now. APLAS launcher didn't get the kill immediately. The command is dead at the back, though. Aeromobiles trying to get another hit on. Aeromobiles finish the job and do survive, killing the T80. After landing out of that chopper, please, Eugen, kill infantry when their chopper crashes. They shouldn't survive with most of their squad intact. And they certainly shouldn't survive at high cohesion. That's ridiculous. If a helo goes down, even if the infantry aren't dead, they're going to be in pieces or seriously injured and certainly not going to be ready to put up a massive fight. I know, we've all seen Black Hawk Down. Big 31 just flitting around at the back there, but T80 BVK being moved in independently here. Immediately getting smacked by those cannon Jagdpanzers. A couple of M60s coming around this side to finish the job. All those T-34s coming in down here. There's no command to follow them in, though. Increase in units up here. T-80 BVK being called in to go into Foxtrot. Oh, there's an Engineer's Dragon and there is an M60. And there's an Abrams as well. I think that point will be fine. M60s trying to get on that T-80 and it's smoked. Pivad's taking out the chopper. Chopper goes down. T-80 down here again and a bunch of T-34s. That command could be moved across the river. There's absolutely nothing left in Echo either now. Up here, yeah, that's had second thoughts. Possibly seen that the Abrams is there. 4 minutes to the victory. And I think it's going to be a points victory here. Hippie and Integ3r aren't giving up. But realistically, they're going to be able to damage the infantry and stuff here without anti-tank. But once they meet the Green Berets and the Rangers that are moving up, there's also a Hot 2 trying to get hits on that T-80. Seed coming in there. Obviously would like a kill on the Eyehawk. It's doing a strafing run at the front there, but it's taking a lot of fire from the Pivads. And it goes down. Eyehawk firing at the MiG at the back. 2 Eyehawks, in fact. Oh! Buck manages to get a kill. Cluster taking a lot of fire there. Is taken out as well. Command has made it in here again. M60 moving down this way, though. Repositioning of forces here to try and protect that side of the river. Quite a build-up of stuff down here as well, I think, just to stop them moving any further. SPG-9 getting shots across the river at those Milans coming in. And the cannon Jagdpanzers. Currently neutralized. 23 minutes left. Edwin and Tiberius need to hold for that long. I really don't see any possible way Hippie and Integ3r can push this properly, as I say. They just don't have the forces to build up. All these guys have to do is bring in artillery and smash that corner. Which is exactly what's happening, incidentally. And all these cannon Jagdpanzers are going to come down and finish the job in this corner. There's a Sapri commander being called in as well. There's another commander, that T-80 BVK at the back. Buck has a fantastic range. Here's that cannon Jagdpanzer moving in now. Lots of shots going in on that T-80. T-80 will not survive, surely, even if it gets a couple of kills. Cannon Jagdpanzer is just charging ahead here. There we go, it's dead. Surely we'll quickly get the kill on that command and the command infantry straight away. Oh, they're running. Oh, no good hits. T-80 command tank moving down as well. Sapri commander, obviously not visible yet. Sapri commander returning fire though with the RPG. Now they can see it. Yeah, I was going to say, once it's seen, it's only a 4-man squad going to get melted. Back to +2 momentarily for Edwin and Tiberius until one of these commands moves back in that corner. Lord T55 called in. The command was trying to run away there, has been caught out. Just the T-80 BVK command tank there now. Being pushed up to engage those reserve pioneers. Cannon Jagdpanzer not quite in range to hit it. I think they'll be staying sneaky until it gets close enough for them to get an easy side shot. That should be interesting here. Who sees who first? Oh, T80's seen them. Nice hit on the T80, but not enough to finish the job. Meta's coming in down here. Green Beret's pushing up to deal with that if it comes back in. Up at the top there. Fire going in on that command tank. Uragan in here now. Firing at the infantry here. Infantry has generally been moved out though. Still a chance it could get a kill. Do some damage. Certainly not going to be the be-all and end-all of pushing that point, unfortunately for them. And there's the surrender. Commiserations, Hippie and Integer. Those were two very hard-fought games, and that second game, I mean, what are you going to do versus a rush like that with the helos? There's not a lot you can do. Kills to losses weren't as big as I expected, to be honest. I was expecting it to be more so than that. Quick look at the kills and losses. I mean, the Cobra at the start getting loads of kills. Again, I can't see all the units from their team, so it's really difficult to say one way or the other, but really well played to both teams there. Those were some fun games. The second game there just wasn't looking hot for Integer and Hippie. That was a difficult game. Beaten by their own cheese, no less, to some extent. Beaten by their own cheese. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon for some more WARNO.